Alright, this is my 50th video. As you've seen lately, I've been dropping a lot of videos just because you never know when won't be able to speak and be able to express myself and provide insight on my targeting. Now, I know we all experience a slightly different type of targeting, but the concept, the system is about the same. It's to try to break somebody down and make them accept these false perceptions as if it's organically theirs. And so, and so, you have to accept that your brain is no longer yours. They're gonna do everything possible to make you accept this disturbance, right? And I've made a few videos about memories because what is happening now, and I've said that in I think two videos ago, but my first video about memories it was in 2021. How they create stimulation, sensation, new narrations. Now what they do is they more and more erasing and changing and creating a new version of these memories, creating a new version, creating a new narration, new perception of these memories, over and over and over to literally erase you, the real you, and create a new version of you. And so, because today they make me experience the most disturbing torment. Specifically, the worst is when they do the pedophilia type of tormenting. What it means is they force an individual to have disturbing reaction to children. It is disgusting. The target individual is experiencing this, and what happens in the perps, for me in this case, which as a target individual, the perps then talk about, or you'll be bleeding, you'll be tortured, you'll be like, and this is a way to make you accept and identify with this disturbingness. So to all my target individuals, understand this is the tactic. Don't even try to argue back and forth. They're saying that, they're warning you of that, and I'm not going to say that they don't do that. They probably will do this to me, and I know why. For me, I continuously put that in their face that I know they're the one doing this to me. I don't let them leave and escape into the reality they've created. And not only that, I validate myself by showing that not only that you're doing this to me, but you've done that to others. Listen to her testimony. Listen to his testimony. You obviously do this. This is a systematic tactic to break people down. And the way they make you try to validate these things, they try to validate themselves, is one, telling you about the warnings and what's going to happen to you, and two, manipulate your memories. Oh, and they're like, oh, no, it's over. We have everything we need. It's almost like childlike people. Oh, no, we got it. Close. We solved it. Like they're like just yelling that out, yelling it as if that's oh, it's close, case closed, we got it, it's over, we proved it. Like they don't prove anything. It's not about proving. They want you to identify with this. Everybody involved in this knows this, and they play along. Some people just show their phone to others, like look at this, and I'm supposed to be like, oh, because he or she is showing this phone to this person, they believe, and they act accordingly, passionate. All facade, I'm sorry. They're going to make it hard for me to speak. Matter of fact, this is my third video because as I speak, they force me to say something I don't want to say. So I had to redo this video a few times. Going back to why I'm dropping so many videos, I know bad things will be coming to me, and I'm still so thankful to God that I didn't have to live their life. You know, earlier they was telling me, oh, this is our fate. This is our mission, and they use the word mission because when I was younger, I used to go to this place called Mission, and they try to mess with me with that. But they're trying to make it sound like, oh, we're doing it. But the reality is, it is pathetic to have that kind of fate. Your job is to try to make me accept the pedophilia type of tormenting that you obviously do in this program, by going to my memories and see how can we manipulate these things. Now, obviously, no. There's been all kind of manipulations of all sorts. This is their job. Their job is to create some false reality. It's disgusting. And my brain is super overwritten by their thoughts, by their ways of thinking. It's just being, my rationality is theirs. They're the one controlling my thoughts. It's crazy when I say this out loud because it does sound like a sci-fi situation, but it's true. This technology can override your thoughts. They can manipulate your thoughts. They can change your way of thinking. I'm not the first, and I will not be the last one. I know they try to make it sound like this, like schizophrenic situation, but you cannot have so many people say and talk about the same experience. I mean, I didn't know schizophrenia can be so, you know, uniformed to the point where many others from all around the world says the same thing. So to all people who are not target individual or people who are not experiencing V2K or synthetic telepathy, completely this technology has the ability and capability to override your thoughts and to a level that is unbelievable. And not only your thoughts, but your memories can be changed, narration, perception. This technology is absolutely amazing in the sense of the capability, but disturbing at the same time, because the way they utilize this technology is to break you down. And for me, this phase has been a phase of erasing my memories and readjusting the memories in different ways. And so they're doing everything possible to make you accept this falsified reality. They warn you, they're going to kill you, they're going to torture you, they're going to chop you up, you're going to be chained. Like, whatever is going to happen to me, I will never subscribe to this false narrative. And the reason why I'm also having these testimonials is to not only say that I'm not subscribing to it, but in fact, I will speak out loud what you want me to subscribe to. And you make you understand that there's a reason why I'm not subscribing to it, because I know myself and I know that you guys are trying to change me. Now in my head they're like, oh, maybe you didn't know this part of you. We can open this part of you, like all kind of nonsensical. But I've been so validated that they do this pedophilia type of tormenting that I can't even like this at this point. It's just beyond. But like I said, there's also an understanding that there's been patterns of this pedophilia culture in these agencies, intelligence community. So many pedophiles are working there. You've seen this article, these documents, so you understand. So, as I said, I hear somebody open the door and say, we dared, right? But the reality is they're not daring, they're actually maintaining the protocol, the system. And this is what they're doing to me. And they're trying to make me accept this falsified narration. One thing they've done in my memories is to look at what they can change into something else, how they can change narration, and how can they make me believe in these things. I'm sure it's a lot of work or some sort, a lot of searching and try to find what to manipulate and create new narration. So one thing they've done, and this is going to be super personal in the sense that is what they've done to my memories. We all have our own memories, but how they can play with your memories and create a narration. Now, please take this and try to see how they will apply this on this same concept, but use on somebody else. Right now, this is a new thing that just start working on me, and try to play with my brain and make me accept this thing. When I was younger, I had some somewhat friends that we used to drink together, party together, in our early 20s, right? And one of my friends, or someone I would somewhat consider a friend, was, the group of my friends, some of them are like tough guys, right? They're like, somewhat tough, but I've never been like this macho man, right? And so I think they always thought I was somewhat gay, which is not a problem. There's nothing wrong with being gay, but I'm not, right? And that's because I was very friendly, and I will always want to make sure that everybody's having a good time. And I think to them it was like, okay, this guy is way too friendly. He's probably gay, right? And to them they saw that as something else. But either way, it was not the case. But that's how they say it. And I never took it too seriously, Even though it made me a little bit insecure, but I didn't. It was that, And mind you, we're younger, we're not secure as adults. And so that's that. But those friends ending up having children very young, right? And I remember this one comment my friend said to his child. Now, I'm not 100% if that was said at that time or after, but either way, it doesn't matter to me, because this is it's just nonsensical. But he said something of the nature like, oh, if you don't eat your food, and I'm not gonna say my name, this guy, and with my name, right? My name is gonna take you home, or he's gonna, And I'm looking at I'm looking at the kid. He's eating, and I'm looking. I'm like, I say so, like, like I go along with this game because I know what he's trying to do. It's like he's trying to make this kid eat his food. And it's like, oh, you see, you see, they knew you were a pedophile. They were suspicious of that. But I know what he was trying to say. My friend always thought that I was gay, right? He's very not PC, but he was, there was a time when we were younger and less mature. And he had a little boy, and he's like, oh, the gay guy's gonna take you home, or some stuff like that, right? And as illogical as it is, it was us as kids, and not kids, we're adults, but I'm saying as young adults, and we're not mature and not, and so, like, obviously, you being gay doesn't mean that you will take a look, like that's not true. But he was trying to make his son eat, and he wanted to make it sound like I was gay. Now, obviously, I know that that he didn't think that I was actually interested in taking his child in this way, right? Because he would not be imagining, like, he would not bring his child around me. But in my head, it's like, you see, and as I said, that they literally stimulated me. And like, the fact that my friends being the macho guys that they are, me being friendly, less macho, I see kids like being adorable. I'm gonna be like smiling, oh, that's heartwarming. To them it's like, oh, look at this, it's kind of what was the word? Kind of soft, right? And it's like, oh, it's you're kind of gay or something. So they try to take these moments, like, all along. They're suspicious about you. It's like, no, I know these people. Well, they're trying to make it sound like, like they, this guy is might be a little bit, gay, and so, that you might be because he's gay. He's like, it's something like that, and I'm they're trying to use this moment to say, you see, they were suspicious of you. But if your friends are suspicious of you in that nature, you think they'll bring children around? Would you think they'll invite you at their birthday? No, they know it's not true. But I know the way they think. So these people is like, you see, this is proof, right? They knew you're a pedophile. You understand? They have it's obvious that it's not true. I know they will make comments of that nature because they will try to basically say, oh, you kind of you're gay or something like that. But it's not the first. That's not it. I've been to the thing that validates me is, but why would I not feel the stimulations that I'm feeling now? Right? What's happening then? What's the difference? And then on top of that, there's other times where we had, like, my friend, one of my best friends, invited me to his son's birthday. Of course, all those kids were around. It was fun. Everybody was around. It was a nice family-oriented birthday. Why did I not get the stimulation that I'm experiencing today? You understand? Why? Why did I not feel the things that I'm feeling now? What is the difference between then and now? The difference is, then I was me. Now I'm manipulated by these disturbing, low-life pedophiles that manipulate the brain to torment somebody in this fashion. And so now they're trying to find, okay, you see, what was this guy saying this? What is it? Oh, you see? There's proof. Oh, they were. No, you're looking for what you can do, what you can manipulate to create this false narrative. Of course, I know that's what you guys are doing to me. Of course, I know this point is like looking, what can we do? And it's like, we proved. It's like, what do you mean you prove? Why am I not feeling stimulation then? But now what they're doing in the memories is to implement the stimulation. They put the stimulation in my memories so they can he can say that, oh, you see, he's experiencing this thing today, and he was experiencing this thing then. So they can be like, oh, we matched when it's them implementing this stimulation. But this is not it, right? They now say, but you see, your friend was saying that, so that means all along he was suspicious of you. Oh, please. And so why would they invite me to this kid's birthday parties? I know. You're just looking for things to create. What can they, and my mind's like, what? That's kind of weird what we said. I know this. My friends were not per se homophobe, but let's just say they had a mentality, a mentality that's a little backward at the time. I mean, we all grew, we're very young adults at the time. And so he was trying to say something of that nature in regard of gay people. And to make his kid eat, like, oh, he's gonna take you if you don't. And I'm going, of course I know he's saying that too. I'm not gonna take that seriously. Like, I know what he's trying to say. He's trying to get his son to eat, and I'm looking at the son. It's like, you see, and I look at it so he can eat his food. And of course I know he's not, he's not worried about me doing something to his child. But he's trying to at the same time say, like, this guy, which is my name, might be gay. I have a little boy, so it's very backward. I know gay people do not do things to. I mean, no, like, just because you're gay doesn't mean you are a pedophile. It's not true. I know that obviously it's not. Right? If I was gay, I would be gay, but I'm not. And being a pedophile and being gay is not the same thing, right? And it'll never be the same thing. I of course know that. But he was, at that time, we could joke around like this, and that's just logical. It's not illogical, but it's just immaturity at the time. But of course, I know my friends at the time didn't think, oh, I'm going to do something to their child. I know, but now in my memories, they're implanting different stimulation to the point where what I've done is go back to the Facebook pictures of us during the time, right, around 2013 or so, and having taken a screenshot, put in a folder called Memory Manipulation. So every time they manipulate and create this disturbing stimulation, I can go back into that folder and look at this. Okay, look at hopefully it's going to trigger back to the real memory, not the manipulation. And then after that, I've been invited to other birthdays with everybody, every kid there, and it was all fun and wholesome. And obviously, none of the stimulation that I'm experiencing now was experienced then. That's because now I'm being manipulated by this disturbing low life to make me to make me disturbed. You can see me speaking is getting harder and harder. So that's why I'm making these videos. Because the last words I want to have is, I've never subscribed to this nasty stimulations, these disturbing things. And you guys try to make me accept these things. I know I'm going to experience some horrible things. But I'm still thankful to God that my life did not consist of what they do. It is so sad. It is so pathetic. It consists of dumbing yourself down, being a low life to the nth degree, in order to make somebody accept this disturbingness. That's obviously them. There's no doubt. There's no doubt. Zero doubt about it. Zero. They're going through every memory where there's children to try to implant the disturbance. Every memory they can imagine, like any memory where there's children, they're going to try to implant these nasty things. Well, if there's something said, how can it say it? How can it be manipulated? How can it be changed in narration? How can we create this as a validation? It's that. Everything possible. And this is what they do. And continuously, when they want me to subscribe to these manipulations, like, oh, they'll rape you. Because they're going to frame you. And when they're going to frame me, I'll be raped. It's something of that nature. However it's going to be. In the frame, they also talk about child porn being implanted. They talk about a child here who's gonna say something happened to them and I did something to them. This is the people. This is their fate. That's the people who say this is their fate. So to all my target individual, understand. They're gonna try to make you accept all this disturbingness. At least in my experience, is like, and I think this is the logic they want me to have. Is like the people around me are supposed to be. Is like they're trying to prove to others that what's happening to me is just, I don't know how to explain that part. It's natural. I don't know if it's that what exactly, but and then they're like, listen, proved, but we proved it by look at what this your friend said there. Uh, uh, these manipulations. You see the stimulations of your memories, like when we change those stimulations into, like you change it to having stimulation there, we change your memories, and they create these things and manipulate things around and create narrations in your memories. And so you see, we prove that all of this is validation that what you're experiencing today is just the norm. And people are supposed to be like, oh, so when they're gonna hurt you, they're gonna be like, oh, they're actually hurting a pedophile. When in reality, they're the pedophiles trying to make you accept their pedophilia type of tormenting. I've been validated in in a non-manipulative way. I just heard the testimonies of people who experienced the same thing as me. Even the memories manipulation have been implemented, have been talked about. Anything they can try to create to make you accept it's been proven. They do this pedophilia type of torture. They force people to think in these pedophilia ways. They try everything they can to make you accept these things. The memory manipulation has also been addressed. I've not said anything new. I just put this in the context of my personal targeting. And then on top, the cherry on top of a lot of cherries is the fact that they're ran by pedophiles. While me, they're trying to find, oh, you see, your friend said that. So they suspicious, like, what the? Oh, this person said that. They're like trying to make me accept this, and they try to create whatever they can, paint something, create this storyline about this friend said that. I was like, listen, none of my friends ever had any worries about me and children. Now my brain is changing that. My memory, when I say children itself, or my friends, they try to go back into that memory, implant some stimulation, and then, make it seem like this is the real memory. Matter of fact, so much so that somebody in the hallway just opened the door and said something like just. And they have these doors where I think they purposely have doors that makes more noise, right? So when it opened up, you hear the door opening, right? And they don't even open, just crank it open just a little bit, and whisper. So you gotta be strong. It's like, listen, these people are just the bottom feeders here. They're sad and they're desperate. You just gotta be strong till the last breath. And don't let them leave their fantasy. With me, they wanted to paint themselves as something else. I'm not. You sign up for this, you know what you sign up for. I'm not gonna let you leave your fantasy. It is fate that I've been validated in so many ways that even in these moments where I'm isolated, I'm bombarded with manipulation of my thoughts and all of that, I can still be strong and strong enough to understand that this is what they manipulate. It's fate that this BuzzFeed article came out at a time when I'm being manipulated in these disturbing ways. It's fate to hear all this testimony that I've been validating in the nth degree. It's fate. And it's fate that now, because of all this validation, I can see you guys for what you guys are. When they force themselves, there might have been a time when I would have just argued back. It's like, no, that's not fate. No, now it's just like, it's obvious. You just, like, you're gaslighting. Did you know last year, 2022, was the year of gaslighting? The year of gas. The word of the year was gaslighting in 2022. Basically, my whole life right now is gaslighting, by having this purpose Say, oh no, it's fake. You see, your friend said that like that, so it's fake. It was meant for us to do this to you. Oh no, we won. It's over. We proved it. It's like, you're just idiots. How can you prove when people around are saying that you guys do the pedophilia type of tormenting? As a matter of fact, you proved me that I'm right. Because now, what are you saying about the stimulation? If I wasn't getting them then, so why am I experiencing that today? It's because you guys are manipulating my brain to experience this way. So the next step for them is to add the stimulation into the memories. Is that is if it's over, it ended the way it started. I'm never going to subscribe to this. It still sounds idiotic, and I'm not going to let them live their fantasy. So to all my target individuals, let me wrap this up by saying I'm in a phase where my memories are constantly manipulated. Today is that, tomorrow is something else, and they'll continuously every day change something in my memories, create something else. I will experience memories in so many different ways to create their reality, which they want me to be. They call me oh, you are pedophile. When in reality they are the pedophiles trying to turn me into a pedophile. And so they're gonna look for whatever they can, see how they can manipulate, see how they can narrate and say, oh, you see, it was fake, So to all my target individuals, stay strong. No justice is gonna be done. These things they dedicate their life to. This is their life. Can you imagine living life doing this? Can you imagine living life where your job is to try to make somebody accept the disturbing things that you're doing to him or to her? This is their life. This is what they live for. It is so pathetic. It's so disgusting. And being as coward as it gets. And then use different tone of voices. And then, you know what? You're going to be stabbed up. You're going to get stabbed. You're going to get tortured. You're going to get raped. Can you imagine that's your life? And that's supposed to be your validating. Your validation. And using childlike people is like, oh no, he did. No. I'd rather die this way. I'd rather get stabbed, tortured, killed, than live their fantasy. These people are disgusting, disturbing, low life. That work for pedophiles and have been validated the right way. Not this manipulative ways they create the stories, try to paint and narrate things in certain ways, and then create this. Oh, we see, but if he said this, that means that this is. So why was I not feeling the stimulations? And they really laugh about it. We got it. This is proof. You're like, oh my gosh, they have literally made themselves almost idiotic. No shame. Just no self-respect, I should say. Not even shame. No self-respect. Because there's times, shame. Not having shame can help in a positive way, but these people have no self-respect. It's disgusting. So to all my target individuals, please stay strong. We're all gonna die. Do not be fearful of death, but at the same time, do not subscribe to their nasty narrative. Be strong till your last breath. You're not what they're trying to paint you as. You're not what they want you to be. They are just projecting. I've said it before. They're making you what they want, what they are, or what they work for, or what this program is about. They're looking for what they can to make you accept this, and you have to be strong till the last breath. Now, like I said, do not be fearful of death. This is something we're all going to experience. But understand that you are so much more luckier than these people who have to live this life, lie to themselves, create their fantasy, work day in and day out to paint themselves into something else. Paint this reality into something else. And try to block out reality. This is, to me, I notice the shame when I try to see them in person. They refuse. I want to take pictures of them, to be honest. So the reason why I make these videos is not only because I want to provide the insight of what's happening to me, but also to say to this perps, that are around me. It's like, not only I'm not subscribing, not only I'm not identifying it, but listen, let me repeat what you're doing to me. And to show you that this is not, it makes no sense, and I will still not subscribe to it. No matter how much noise campaign you do, no matter whatever repetitive words you're saying, it will not, I will never subscribe to the falsification of reality. And I'd rather die in this horrible way than having to live this disturbing, undignified way of living, this coward way of living. And I'm thankful to God for that. To all my target individuals, stay strong.